week 25 and week 26 pregnancy update, 25 and 26. So these past 2 weeks for me have went really quick. I think it's because I've been really busy at work, and so that's kind of where my focus has been. So these last 2 weeks, like I said, have gone quick. But I am approaching the 3rd trimester, which I am so excited about. Like I've been saying throughout all of these videos, is that this pregnancy for me has gone so quick. Like, it's just flew by. And I felt like with my first pregnancy, like I was pregnant forever. That's just how I felt. But anywho, the baby girl this week is the size, well, the length of a scallion. And I don't know if you guys go to the grocery store that often, but the scallions are pretty long. So I was pretty shocked to know that the baby is the size or the length of a scallion. That's pretty long. So let's do a quick chat about symptoms. So for the whole 2nd trimester, my symptoms have actually been pretty mild. I know that you remember the 1st trimester, I was always talking about how tired I was and how I kept throwing up. And it kind of bled over into the 2nd trimester, but once I hit like month 5 and 6, I just really felt so much better. But I have developed some new symptoms. So the new symptoms are that I've been having some lower back pain. If I sit down for too long, it's like crazy trying to get up and walk around. I feel like really stiff. And I didn't think that was normal, but I actually looked it up and it is really normal. You have a lot of stiffness and pain sometimes when you're sitting or you're standing for long periods of time. I also have been having some headaches on and off. They're not really that intense. I can take some Tylenol and they typically go away. So I don't think it's anything for a cause or to cause any concern. I just think it's kind of part of me getting ready to go into the 3rd trimester and being super uncomfortable. Another symptom that I've actually had within these last 2 weeks actually has been insomnia. I'm having a hard time at nighttime going to sleep. Like, I stay up till about 2, scrolling through Facebook or doing stuff like that, and I just can't get myself to wind down enough to go to sleep. I think it's partly because I'm uncomfortable, because she is like kick queen. She is like kicking and super active at all kind of times of the day. Like yesterday I was driving and she kicked me in my belly button and that didn't feel good. So I think that's kind of what it is as well. So yeah, like I said, kicks. She's super duper active. She is constantly kicking me, constantly moving and getting in these like weird uncomfortable positions. So I'm kind of having to like push her and move her so that she doesn't hurt me, because sometimes it hurts. But so for the new mommies and even the 2nd time mommies like me, it's kind of the time to start thinking about birth plans. Birth planning with my first child, I wanted a birth with no pain meds. I wanted to do it as natural as possible, but God had other plans for me. I ended up dilating to 5 centimeters and then having to have a C-section. So since this birth will be a scheduled C-section, I've been researching and trying to figure out like what to expect for a scheduled C-section, because I don't know, like, is it you go in at 6 in the morning and they're like, okay, we're gonna have the baby at 9, and it's like, okay, we'll get you prepped for surgery, and then that's kind of the end of it. I mean, I don't know. So any of those moms out there that have had scheduled C-sections, even if it was with your first child or if it was with your 10th child, definitely share in the comments below like what your experiences were like, so that way I can have from real people what to expect. So we do have an upcoming appointment. The upcoming appointment will be this week, and as always, you guys know I'm super excited about appointments because I feel like it gives you a good gauge on your progress and how things are going, and then you know, you get to hear your baby's heartbeat and you connect. So I'm super excited. I know that this time I'm gonna get the Rhogam shot, which means the shot in my butt, which I'm not exactly looking forward to. And then I will get the blood test results back from the last appointment. So I'm super excited about finding out how, you know, things are just progressing, like I said, as this far. And I'm super excited because after this appointment, then I'll go to every 2 weeks, and then you'll go to every week. But every 2 weeks will be good because then I'll get to, you know, keep more up to date with the progress. So stay tuned for our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell at the top to be notified of new content. And as always, we love you guys. Bye.